Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So for the French accent, I'm just teaching resonance and the vowel changes, which are makes up the first half of the tape. So with the French accent, the focus is at the back of the uvula, or where your oral and your nasal cavities meet, instead of being, like we've talked about the American accent being right here in the middle of your mouth, sort of like right under the meeting, of the hard palate and the soft palate. So the French accent's further back and then a little bit up. And it's not like quite glottal, which is the problem that I have, because I'll want to set it on the soft palate like it's Irish, or go all the way back into my throat like it's Russian. And it's not quite that far back, but it is far enough back that you get behind the uvula and then you go up to where the nasal cavity meets. But French isn't like a purely nasal accent, so it's not like you're doing an Australian accent, but the nasal accents, it comes out on the N's and the N's and the NG's, which are, these nasal consonants anyways, but it doesn't, you're not constantly pushing air through your nose. It's not constantly phonating through your nose when it comes out like it does with French Canadian. So the first exercise that's given is to just take the N sound, and extend it out a few times, and then go through and continue that into an O so that you produce the word no. And if you'll hold your hand over your face, you can, or not like, don't hold your hand over your face, but if you can hold it in front of your mouth and nose, the air will come through your nose on the consonant. So for the N, it's coming out through your nose, and then it comes out through your mouth on the vowel. And the same as, you can do the same with the word me. So then you me, and it follows the same pattern. This isn't necessarily a part of doing the French accent, but it might help. You can try lifting your upper lip slightly and dilating your nostrils, because it pulls that front part of your mouth forward, and it's like it's stretching your mouth at both ends. So it pushes that sound a little further back if you can get it up to where it needs to be level with where your nasal and oral cavities meet. And like I said, that's not something you have to do for the French accent, but it may help. And then with vowel changes, E and I sound similar. Some sentences that are given are: please cease to creep through the Garden of Eden. The chicken committed itself to living in the interest of the family dinner. Sit inside the pavilion instead of in the sun. And then A and E, they tend to become more of A, but they're not a diphthong, so it's not an A rather than an E, but it's kind of like but it doesn't get carried through to completion. It's not a full, hard ending E. And it's like a cross between the two sounds without being a diphthong. Some sentences for that are: a great April shower came our way today. he was especially edgy after the separation. And then the oo and both tend to sound more like oo. So at 2 past noon, I heard hooves on the roof of my room. At 2 past noon, I heard hooves on the roof of my room. And then, like, even at the end of that, you can hear me going further back towards the back of my throat, so it sounds like really awful Russian. And then rumor has it that raccoons buy fruit with coupons. Don't put a bushel of soot in the brook. Pull your thumb out of the sugary pudding. Dr. Goodman took the bullet out of the rookie's foot. And then there was, if you're doing anything with the O sound, try not to let the O be drawn out. Again, like the A diphthong, so it's not an O, and draw that out. So the oboe and the cello sat alone. Don't tell morbid stories on warm nights. The awful sauce made Paul pause and walk to the emergency ward. And that's all I've got. I hope it helps.